Hello everyone, welcome to Piston Cup Productions, and this is a video a lot of people have been asking and requesting for recently. So without further ado, here we have my 2024 Disney Pixar Cars room tour. Follow me. So when you first come in, you have this hallway right here. You have some Hot Wheels up on this wall, and you have all those Funko Pops, lights. I got those at Target for I think $5 a pack, and you got a bunch of cars up on the shelves there. Some pins from the Disney parks, some pictures with some celebrities. Once you get through this hallway, you get to the main attraction, the actual room. And obviously, I do have a bed. I do sleep here. This is kind of like a collection room slash studio slash office slash bedroom. It's 4 in 1 because I do have here where I edit and work on the videos as well. This is where I film on this table. This is where I sit down. This is where I edit. YouTube Studio is my best friend on this thing. I have my printer for paperwork and everything. The main wall with all the cars and stuff. This other wall right here where the closet door is. That's a whole other thing I have to show in more detail. And yeah, I mean, anywhere you look, there's just cars all over the place. And it has changed quite a bit since last year, but now I'm gonna go through the whole room in more detail from my point of view. This wall, real quick, is just kind of like Hot Wheels. I mainly collect stuff from Porsche, as you can clearly see. Yeah, got this one also in package with a package protector, and got some Fast and Furious also. This room obviously is mainly, of course, Disney Pixar cars, but I do also like other stuff, you know, like real life cars. I also collect Tomica Disney store from time to time, and of course I also like collecting other Mattel brand items, like I guess Thomas, sometimes others random stuff like Mario, Minecraft, Barbie, you know, random things from Mattel IPs, I guess you could say. At the very bottom here we have the Piston Cup 500 track. I recently featured this in a live stream. Right next door to that I have the 2006 factory sealed set. Also have done a video on this. Almost everything in this room has a video on the channel, so just go check it out when you have the time after this. Right above this wall, we have rubber tire cars from Cars 1 and Cars 2. The wall is obviously not complete. There is still a lot of work needed done to it. There's a lot of cars missing from the first one. The Cars 2 set is complete. There's only about 10 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But there's empty slots there and whatnot. I think once I get all the ones from Cars 1, those from Cars 2 are probably going to be moved to this wall right here. I already have some holes that were made there with thumbtacks. This side fits, I believe, 9, and this one fits about 9 as well. So maybe I'll put them on this side. These are some of the pins I showed earlier, the pictures. I have the flashlight on just in case it gets kind of dark in here. There's my car keys, so when I'm walking out the door, just grab them, let's go. Top shelves right here, I got this Lightning McQueen that revs in Spanish. Yeah. There you go. Then you got some other San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, some other cool retro stuff. Everything discontinued, really. You can't get any of this in store anymore, only through good old eBay. I don't really collect Funko Pops anymore, so I just kept the ones that are extremely valuable and have some sort of reason to be here, like the Cars ones, or some that are autographed, you know, special stuff like that. Like that one signed by Owen Wilson, that one signed by Larry the Cable Guy. That Dinoco, McQueen, and Blue Mater are extremely stupidly expensive and rare on eBay as well. I think one of those goes easily for 500. I could be mistaken. Sorry, kind of sidetracked there, but back to this wall. This wall is kind of random. It doesn't exactly have a theme of some sort. It's just miscellaneous items. Like you have these Cars Land cups right here with some wooden cars from, I think Toys R Us was the one that used to sell those back in the day. I got an autographed Daryl car trip. Isn't that cool? Got a wooden Lightning McQueen. Oh, I completely forgot I had that. Racing Red minis in package. I really just like how this one looks in box also. That Hudson Hornet Lightning McQueen is one of my favorite paint jobs. And with Sally, I mean, it's a no-brainer, and it's got the little table. I have this pack already with the table and everything, but in box it looks really, really cute. Submarine Well Car Wash. That's from a video also. It's kind of just stayed there. It hasn't moved in over a year. Jogokin Lightning McQueen. That's fun. One of my favorite pieces of all time. I love this one also, the Piston Cup stage. And here I just kind of have my Disney Infinity Cars figures. Down here, I got some Piston Cup memorabilia. This is a cup from Cars Land. This is also from Cars Land. That, I think, is from a Disney Store play set. And those little Piston Cups are from the 155 scale vehicles. Micro drifters, I used to have them all as a kid. Unfortunately, got rid of them. They got distributed between family members. And I really regret it because I had every single one of them. Except, I think, the tuners. Those were some of the last ones that ever came out before this line got discontinued. So I'm pretty much trying to hunt them down over the years, and I just had no luck because they're extremely expensive, or everyone is selling them in extremely expensive small lots of like maybe 10 or 20 for like $50 or more, which is ridiculous. There's some more mini brands, but these are Cars themed, kind of like the ones I showed here, but that were Disney and Marvel themed. Got this 2-pack that my brother gave me back when it first came out as a gift at Toys R Us. And yeah, that's it for that wall. Oh, of course, there's the pin board with all the Cars pins. I don't think it was this full last year. Yeah, those are from Disneyland Paris. Those are really cool. I've never been to the Cars road trip ride over there, but one day, if I go, won't have to buy those anymore since I got them on eBay. I think it was $60 for those 3, which I guess is kind of reasonable. $20 each. And free shipping. Yeah, that's not bad. Coming over to this wall right here is, of course, as I said at the beginning, where I work and whatnot. You got water, of course, to stay hydrated. Everything in red because I love the color red. It's one of my favorite colors. And, of course, Lightning McQueen. Got my motorcycle helmet. I do not have a motorcycle or know how to drive one, but I have that helmet that I got, I want to say maybe 6 years ago. And yeah, it's just there, I guess, as a collectible, really. I think I paid $400 for that. It's one of my prized possessions / gems of my collection. There is one of the 2 Sphero Lightning McQueens that I have. I kind of have this Porsche that I got at Costco the other day laying on top of it. But I have one in the closet, and then this one's an extra that does not work, or I think it's damaged in some way or shape or form. Or is this the one I actually use for filming? I don't know. Still got it like brand new. It looks new. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's not until I turn them on then I'll actually know what's wrong with him. But everything's in there. The manual, the charger. Like I say, I mean, I keep these. Oh, this is the international version. Okay, I remember it now. This is the one with several different wall plugs depending what country you're traveling to. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. This is the international version. I don't think I use this one at all. This one's brand spanking new, basically, if I'm not mistaken. I hope so. It is the white box variant also, because the normal release is the black box you can see under there, but this one had this like white cover. I love obscure stuff like this. I've said it many times in my videos. I'm a sucker for stuff that is just unusual from the normal retail stuff you can get. I like having stuff like errors, mass-produced ones specifically, packaging variants like this for the more expensive and obscure stuff, uncommon stuff basically. And yeah, that's one of them. I got my computer here. That's the background I'm rocking right now. I usually change it per video just to fit the aesthetic of whatever it is that I'm unboxing. I got my printer. This is where I charge my phone and watch at the end of every day. This is paperwork, office supplies. What's in here? This is filming supplies, light ring, turntable, tripods, light rings, remote controls, battery packs. And then in here I have my Apple Watch bands, jewelry, AirPods, glasses cleaners, extra card keys, wallet, of course, a Cars Land Magic Band. Haven't used it, but it's there. There's Sidley the Spy Jet in packaging. It's kind of just chilling there. I have nowhere to display it, so it's just going to be there for now. Coming up from the printer, though, let me just back up so you can see what we're at. This is just kind of just a random cars, really. They did Daryl car trip. Supposedly it's metallic, but it doesn't really look that different compared to the original release. It's not a really good chase, really. Same with this Ramon. Not a good chase. It looks exactly the same as the original. Van with stickers. Does he have the stickers? Because I know there's a mass-produced era without the stickers. Yeah, but that one does have it. And they all have... Actually, no. He's the only one with the lenticular eyes. No one else has it, which is very strange, really. And they don't say that it's a lenticular either. Then I got this random night charade. I got this one also in the latest live stream because I like how the expressions look on this one compared to the original non-lenticular version. But there are shots obviously like this one where it looks like it has 4 eyes. Coming up right here, you've seen this before. This is an authentic Cars 1 poster autographed by the one and only voice of Lightning McQueen, Owen Wilson. And it is certified and everything. Same goes for this one, but this one is from Cars 3. And this one has several autographs. Some of the ones I can name off the top of my head is Owen Wilson. I think it might have Armie Hammer and Christella. Maybe Mac. John Ratzenberger, right? Yeah. I think the voice of Natalie Sturden might be on there. There's a certificate on the back, but I have to like completely dismantle the frame to get to the back of that poster to show it. And yeah, I'm not doing that right now. Coming over here, I have this like medal from Disney World from the 5K run. Did I attend it? No, but I bought it on eBay, so whatever. It's a Cars piece. Gotta have it for the collection. Again, I like collecting obscure, weird stuff like that. That's not diecast, I guess you could say. This whole wall, if you remember, last year, I believe, was Marvel themed, and now it is completely Cars themed. I sold all my Marvel stuff. This is pretty much the only Marvel stuff left in this room as far as collectibles. It's these 2 Hot Toys figures that were pretty expensive. And I got some Legos, minifigures, and that SH Figure Arts Gwen Stacy that I got on Facebook Marketplace in San Antonio, I believe. And then all of these cars are from Costco. You got the Porsche 911 GT3 RS 4.0. And the 911 GT3 in blue, black. You saw the red one earlier. And then I have a 911 Carrera S. Some Lego flowers. Some Lego cars. Some Hot Wheels there. You got the Spider-Man buggy and the Mike Wazowski mobile. This little wall art from Hobby Lobby. These lithographs from the Disney store. That shake and go metallic McQueen is really cool. Some packaged stuff here. Yeah, you got the Ultimate Cars gift pack with the Ransburg Fire Truck Mater, Rescue Squad Mater, and the Golden Cruising McQueen. That Piston Cup is from Disneyland. And then you got some Tsum Tsum vinyl figures, some Ushis, and some Doorables from Target. And some Artist Series in the box. Those are really, really cool. I love those. I still don't have them all. I'm still missing, I think, Fillmore and I think another Mater and McQueen variant. But when I do get those, I guess I'll stack them on top of those right there. There is plenty of space still. Another wall art and another piece of autographed media. This is by Jay Ward, autographed on the bottom right corner. And Bob Polly? Yeah, Bob Polly underneath red, but that one's a mass-produced signature. This one is a one-of-a-kind signature on that artwork, and I got that on eBay. But this is from D23, as you can see by that license plate right there. I love that artwork. Very, very nice. Got some random cars here. Rich Mixon is a placeholder till Snot Rod comes out later this year. But until then, he's going to live there. And then I got just that McQueen. It kind of ruins the aesthetic because of that stupid white box background. I wish I had one in the red background. I'll probably get one soon to replace it because you have all these red boxes and then, ugh, the white box, ugh. And yeah, Cars on the Road poster. That one fits beautifully and perfectly there. Which brings us to the top here. We got more Artist Series cars, but in 1/18th scale. And you also have that San Diego Comic-Con Shu Todoroki and McQueen 2-pack with lights. The D23 Expo Cozy Cone alarm clock. I love these, man. The Ford GT McQueen inspired design. The Foos one is also one of my favorites. There's that one and this one. But honestly, my favorites are these two right here. There's a couple more spread out throughout the room, but obviously only those 4 fit up there. To finish off with my table, if you move the chair over here, I have very few Lego sets left. I don't really have that many either. I used to have a lot more. I have that figure I made in New York City. And then down here I have this set with me and Tia and McQueen. This used to be displayed in a different part of my room, but now it's down here. It kind of just lives there. It's kind of hard to access. It does light up and everything. It does move. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to get down here. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's a turntable that spins around. And they are in 1/18th scale. So yeah, kind of sucks, but I really don't have space for this. I mean, it's massive. And these are from Jada 124 scale. I have them all in there. You can't really see all that well, but let me switch to the flashlight real quick. You got Danica McQueen, Cars 1 McQueen, Cruz Ramirez, Fillmore Mater, Remote Control, Tokyo Mater, Cruising McQueen, and Rusty's McQueen from Cars 3. And man, they are just covered in dust. I'm telling you, I don't really come down here that often because it is quite the hassle. Oh, there's some Lego roses in box there. But yeah, because look how I have to get up from here, and it's pretty much just tucked away down there. Unfortunately, I wish I had a better spot for them, but they live there for now. So that's it with that wall. Of course, you have my Cars curtain. Once it's nighttime, put this down, and it's a little bit more privacy. Really nice. That was from Mexico. They don't sell these here in the United States. It was a gift years ago. There's the bed. And then, of course, you have the main wall. I don't believe I showed these yet. The Precision Series sets. All discontinued and stupidly expensive on eBay nowadays. There's Luigi's. I got a lot of accessories from Cars singles in here, so I don't lose them. See, like these flowers are from a different set also. These are parts to decorate the town and more accessories from vehicles. And then these are all from the Cozy Cone, and they're all just kind of shoved in there. There you got Ramones. And I kind of have the GRC minis here just for now. Since the GRC 155 scale vehicles haven't come out yet, I kind of just want them at arm's reach whenever I want to compare them. That's what I did with these three, because these three are the ones that are out right now. Somewhat accessible, not exactly. I believe Carla is being found in Mexico right now, so congratulations, Mexico. You're actually getting amazing stock right now. Not like the US. There's the Radiator Springs Curio Shop, Flo's V8 Cafe. I have that little sign back there that was custom made. And then I have my other GRC vehicles. These are the plastic ones, and these are the die-cast ones. Of course, these sets do light up, just like the movie. So yeah, that's the big attraction to these. It's like a mini Cars land. Nah, it's a mini Radiator Springs, but dare I say, some people will call it Cars land because they saw it at the parks. That one kind of takes a while. Yeah, but they're beautiful. Sometimes at night, whenever I just need a vibe, turn those on, turn off all the lights, turn on those little lights also, and it's a vibe. There's my play button. There's the official one, and then here's a Lego replica one from my local Lego store. Isn't that nice? And then here's a closet door. We'll get back to that in just a bit. I just want to show this top shelf that has a bunch of more gems too, like that Lightning Storm McQueen, Barry Diesel. You got these plushies on the top. Those are Wishables, I believe, from Disney Store. Rescue Squad Mater, Air Mater Collector 2-pack. You got Mater, McQueen, and Sally in plush form up there too with red. Lights and Sounds 4-pack from Target, way back in the day from Cars 2. Some Tsum Tsums right on top of those. More Tsum Tsums on top of this Best Buy exclusive remote control Lightning McQueen. That one's insanely awesome. I love that one. Cars 2 Alive McQueen that never worked. I've had 3 of them. None of them have worked. I wish they did, because I've always wanted to review that for YouTube, and every time I buy one on eBay, they don't work, unfortunately. The little lithium battery just dies. If anyone knows how to replace those, specifically on this little McQueen, please let me know, because I would love to review that one day for the channel. Big Al. You have the Convoy Brothers. And you have the Radiator Springs Beginnings gift pack from Cars Land. And the ever so famous Motor Speedway of the South set with the elusive Apple car. Where is he? There he is. In all his glory. The original. And I've reviewed the set as well on my channel, so go check that out. Yeah, one of my favorite pieces, all of these right here. I love every single one of these. Going down the first shelf here, this is mainly Cars 1 themed. So here I have the crew chiefs, pitties, and all 36 racers. The King and Chick variants. Like, you have the King in so many different variants. Thailand, China, metallic, silver, damaged, plastic, you name it, lenticular. Yeah. Every single racer's in there, thankfully, whether it be China or Thailand, but they're there. All the pitties. And moving down to this shelf, we have like I guess you could say like Piston Cup centric stuff. It's like fans, officials, reporters, a little bit of everything. I don't really have a particular order for these. Same for this bottom shelf. It's kind of random because you have more Piston Cup stuff, but then you also have like the clowns. The clowns are just temporarily there, but I think everything else in here kind of matches. Lizzie and, you know, me and Tia maybe don't match here that well, specifically those two variants, but all the other ones here do match, I guess, the aesthetic of this shelf. And then you come down here, you get into the Radiator Springs townies. I try to kind of go in a sort of like movie scene order, especially with the McQueen and Mater variants. You'll see that in just a bit, but I try going by the scene that they appear. And with the Piston Cup racers, I like having them in numerical order also, starting with, besides the king and chick, right, because they have variants. You start off with number 4, you have 8, 28, 33, 34, 36. Oh look, there's damaged mood springs. 39 all the way to 121. So they're all in numerical order. I just like having them like that. I don't think I have these in numerical order. Maybe I do. Actually, I have them in numerical order depending on which casting they are, whether it's the wide pity or the squared body pity or the long pity. I think they're all in numerical order. Do I have OCD? I have no idea, but I'm starting to think I do. I'm just a very organized person. Coming down here, again, Radiator Spring stuff. Red, Fillmore, Sarge, Sally, Sheriff, Doc, and Guido. All in order from their appearances. Even if they appear in the book or something, they are in canonical order of how they were released throughout the Cars franchise's history. This one's a custom, this red Sally with the 95 hat. Yeah, throughout you'll see a couple customs, some releases that you won't recognize. Some canceled cars. Actually, I only have one canceled card. It's that Lizzie I showed earlier. It's pretty much my only canceled car. Here are the Ramon variants. He takes up almost an entire shelf. There's barely any flows compared to Ramon. And then over here in this little corner, you got Luigi. Yeah, Ramon is just, my goodness, he has so many. I believe this one's a custom. I think maybe the intro Ramon also, the Cars 3 one. Here's Mater from the very baby blue one all the way to the Cars Tune ones and even a custom. But yeah, they're all in scene order, or canonical appearance order, I guess you could say. And then coming down here, you have Cars 2, right? If you go to the very, very back, you'll see Cars 2. It's kind of hard to like access this shelf. I mean, look how my hands go through there. It's kind of hard. If I want to grab a Mater, everything's just going to fall out, which kind of sucks. Way back over there, you can kind of see what's there. Wasabi Mouth Mater, Pit Crew Mater, Materhosen. There's some empty spots back there for some Maters I'm missing, like Taco Truck Mater, Dracula Mater. And then you have more of the recent stuff from Cars 3 and Cars on the Road. Those are included here this year. I know last year I had them in the Cars on the Road shelf, but they deserve to be here now, in my opinion. This one's also a custom I made. So yeah. And then down here we got more Radiator Spring stuff, but this is more like stuff that appears, I guess, throughout the end credits scene, or towards the end of that scene in the first movie. Then down here is Cars Tunes and the Tuners. I feel like they all kind of just fit here perfectly, I guess. It was kind of hard to organize the shelf, I'm going to be honest, but that's very temporary because once I get more Cars Tunes, this is going to change, I feel, by next year. And yeah, that's the end of that shelf. So if you get back up, coming over to this top shelf, this is going to be mainly Cars 2 and Cars 3. Yeah. Here are the other 1/18 scale cars I was talking about from the Artist series. This one's the Hawaiian John Lasseter edition, and this one's an international flag limited edition one. It's kind of like a matte black and silver Lightning McQueen. That one's amazing. I love that one. Same with this Ride Makers D23. Sort of like Disney blue. I love it. And then here are the Artist series in 143 scale. Kind of like the ones I showed in the acrylic box earlier, but these are all miniature versions of the 1/18 scale ones I showed earlier near the Cozy Cone Alarm set I showed. I'll show this top shelf real quick. Why not? It's a whole strip going all the way across the entire room. There's just some OG kind of like classy looking stuff that I just got because I like how they looked in box. I obviously have them loose, but you have the King's Hauler, Chick's Hauler, and these are all recent releases from Thailand. The Disney 100 box set, this Finish Line 5-pack with McQueen's tongue sticking out. I love the presentation of that box. Same with this one with the tuners. I mean, it just looks so freaking good. This one from Cars 2. If they make one with Francesco and just a better selection of cars, I feel like I'm going to end up replacing this one because I'm not a big fan of this box set. I do, however, like this one. That one looks really nice. And that one has a new Sally variant. You got the original Cars 2 Mac from China, and then you have the re-release from Thailand that came out of nowhere recently. So yeah, that's that whole strip of cars on that top shelf. And now moving back over here, we got some other random Hot Wheels that are kind of Pixar themed and a Target cart. Moving down here, we have Cars 2, mainly the main characters in variation format and some lemons, specifically Grems and Acers. So you got like all the Finn McMissiles for the most part. I think I have all the Holly Shiftwells. I think I have all the Francescos too. I'm not sure which ones I'm missing. That should be all of them. Yeah. Leland Turbo. That's an amazing one that took me a while to get. Very rare and expensive for some reason. Moving underneath those guys, though, we have some more like kind of background characters from Cars 2. Tried cleaning a lot of these shelves for the video, but I must have just missed a bunch of spots. Here's the next shelf. This one has, I guess, kind of like the crew chiefs of the racers from the Cars 2, reporters, fans, and just more miscellaneous stuff, really. Kind of just glance over through that shelf and you can see what's there. Here we have the actual racers, with the exception of Francesco, because he has way too many variants. But so do these guys. These guys have a bunch of variants in carbon, metallic, ice, silver, neon, carnival, you name it. They have so many variants. So starting at the very back there, you have like Lewis Hamilton. You kind of have like it transitioning into Jeff Corvette, Max Snell, Shoot to the Roki, Raul Sarul, and same thing, these are all in numerical order with the exception of Jeff. I just like how Lewis and Jeff look together. Shoot to the Roki, Carla, Nigel, the international racers. Here we finally transition into Cars 3. You start off with the Rusty's Racing Center. Again, kind of like in scene order somewhat. Not really, actually, now that I think about it. These guys appear halfway through the movie. If anything, the Piston Cup racers from Cars 3 should be up there. I might have to move these around now that I think about it. But yeah, Thomasville and Rusty's Racing Center mainly lives here. Yeah, I definitely should shift these down, I feel. Because these guys come after before these also. Yeah, I gotta move these around. I feel like maybe Thunder Hollow should be at the very bottom along with this one, and maybe bump the racers up. What do you guys think? Because you can't really appreciate the racers cramped down here, and I just love the Cars 3 racers, how they look. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. Thunder Hollow, everyone's after these. And when I mean everyone, I mean parents and their kids. Mr. Drippy, Miss Fritter, Arvy, Dr. Damage, the Pizza Planet truck. Down here, I guess you kind of have like Florida 500. So in a sense, they're kind of in the movie order, but not really. Thomasville, Rusty's Racing Center, Thunder Hollow, Florida 500, racers. Here you have a lot of more rare gems like Stu Scatter Shields. Who else is a rare gem here? Everything else is somewhat common. There is some Super Chase in here. Yeah, there it is. It's this one. There's a custom The King with headset. The rare Chick Hicks without the headset with rubber tires. Oh, Jeff Corvette is extremely rare too from Cars 3. Actually, that's the King from that 2-pack. Since he was an extra, I used him for that headset custom. Honestly, that's how I think they should have sold it in that 2-pack. And then, of course, you have the Cruz Ramirez variants. She's kind of just dangling off the edge here because, I mean, it's kind of cramped. You got small cars and then large cars, and you can kind of see how they're just squiggling from ahead of the shelves, so kind of sinking towards the back of the shelf and back forward because, I mean, all these cars in here are kind of oddly shaped, especially the larger ones. You got the Lightyear blimp back there too. Here we go. Cars 3 Piston Cup racers. These are fun. Very back, you got like Jimmy Cables, Toe Cap, Synergy, Transberry Juice. So many rare ones. I mean, all of these are discontinued. You don't see any of these anymore, unfortunately, which is really sad. Yeah, you can't really even see those back ones because of the racing tractors that are just in the way. I think I'm definitely going to move these up once I'm done with this. And then, of course, you got the stupid glow racers that no one likes. Those are kind of just sitting there. These haven't found a home in my shelves yet. They're kind of just there existing. I would put them down there with the expanded universe stuff, but that's full too. McQueen and Mater and Cruz eventually, I think Fillmore also, Jackson and Ramon will go to their respective character slots later on throughout the year. I just want this line to be over with. And then here we have the next gens. These are a mixed bag, really. A lot of them have been getting re-releases in recent years, some more than others. But for the most part, this is all of them. Dan Garcia there I have in China and Thailand. Same with Paul Conrav, Jonas Carver's in metallic, H.J. Hollis. Both are from China, but the one that looks kind of metallic on the right side is a factory custom from China. I'm sorry if I'm shaking the camera so much. Back there you have an I variant of Tim Treadless. I variant slash China Thailand variant of Ryan Inside Laney. China Thailand variant of oh gosh, what's his name? Harvey Rodcap? Yeah, Harvey Rodcap. I'm always saying that I don't know the names of these guys, but if I really think, sometimes I do get the names. Oh my gosh, JD McPillar in China and Thailand form. Look at me getting the names. Flipped over in China and Thailand form. More Tim Treadless, Thailand, H.J. Hollis, and of course, Jackson Storm in all his variation forms. I mean, you got some cool ones in here, like the Fireball Beach version, this plastic one with the mud wheels, metallics, silvers. That one was from a playset, I believe. Yeah, but everything else in here is a die cast. Moving on down here, we got expanded universe stuff in the as far as the next gens and old gens. There you got all the racers in their expanded universe form. You got some of the NASCARs too, like some of the recent ones too that got released with metallic finishes. And yeah, so moving on over to the top of this shelf, you start off with some Cars Land stuff like the Luigi's Rollick and Roadsters, the ride vehicles, loose and in package. And then you got the Precision Series singles and the ones from these sets. Over here you got color changers. I got rid of a lot of them, so I only kept the ones I really like. I don't really want to collect these that much anymore. They're expensive and I feel like they're getting kind of old. I mean, $6.50 for plastic cars, come on. And then you got some storytellers. You got like Bubba, the Showgirls, and Mater's Cousins. I don't really have a home for those, so they're kind of just chilling here. Cars on the Road. Boo! Boo! You stink! Some of these are kind of cool. I think I have them all up until this point that are accessible in the United States, at least. Emphasis on the accessible, because this one's not out in the United States yet at the time that I'm recording this. Same goes for this one. Same goes for this one. Moving down here to Lightning McQueen himself. Starting with Cars 1 all the way back there. Again, all in scene order from the moment he shows up in the Piston Cup to some color variants. I even try to organize it by expression. As crazy as that sounds. Oh, this one's just kind of popping out there. Freaky ass car with his tongue out and everything, staring at Danica McQueen. Can't blame him. And then over here you got the Transforming Lightning McQueen, some lenticular versions that I got because I simply like their expressions. Metallic version of that Transforming McQueen. You got the Blu-ray McQueen. Another lenticular there. Ooh, you can see his eyes changing there. Lightning Storm McQueen. Thailand Bling Bling McQueen. So many. Another lenticular, but this one's with the one with the cones. Yeah, so many expression variants. So much Lightning McQueen. A lot of these, of course, are discontinued. If you think you have them all, you clearly haven't seen this, because this is pretty much every single Lightning McQueen. with the exception of the lenticulars, because I'm missing a bunch of the lenticular ones. But every standard release should be here. That's officially released, because I know there's canceled ones and everything too. This is Cars 2 and Cars Toons, as you can clearly see, and Expanded Universe also, and shorts and whatnot. All right, so moving on down here, we have Cars 3. And some customs and stuff from Cars on the Road. Again, all in order. You got some NASCARs, Pixar Fest. This one's a lot more obscure, in my opinion. A lot less loose. It's not as constrained as the Cars Toon/2 and Cars 1 shelf. Because this one feels a lot more random and goofy, in my opinion. Yeah. So many McQueen variants. I mean, the Cars 3 McQueen variants ends at that blue one. There's only a row and a half. Everything else is just random BS they've come out with in recent years. I guess you can kind of say the on-the-road ones aren't random BS. Same with the NASCARs. Those are really nice. I mean, all of the ones here are nice. Don't get me wrong. It's just it's just random BS that aren't from movies. That's what I'm trying to say. Here you got haulers. And again, I organized them by color here. Not by number, but color. But even then, I think I tried organizing by number, because I'm seeing here 35, 123. Okay, and then the next color, 58, 64, 74. That's unironically in number order, with the exception of 52. And then down here, that's 34, 24, 86. That's not in number form, but color-wise, all of these do match up really, really nicely. I don't know how I feel about Bobby Swift's hauler being there. That kind of does look out of place. And then here you have some next-gen haulers. Cruise's hauler, Jackson's hauler, the Walmart hauler, some of the truck down stop haulers too. I don't have them all yet. I'm missing a few. Okay, here's the next shelf. About 2 more shelves and we're pretty much done. This is Star Wars, all in package. And I don't really plan to open those. I just love how those look like that. Here is Disney Store. I don't really collect Disney Store anymore, but I do like collecting the McQueen variants that Mattel typically does not make. Or some that are just better looking than the Mattel ones. Same goes for Mater, dare I say. Some really cool ones in there, like that purple Tokyo Mater is really nice. Cruiser mirrors, I got a couple in there too because I like the expressions. Ivy, also the Moss version. And then here you have some War Grand Prix racers, some tractors, some tuners, random stuff really. And then here you got my ride makers. These are from a live stream I did. They're all tuned out and goofy, crazy looking, but they look pretty cool, don't they? And then here we got some more with McQueen, Mater, Finn, and Sally. And then here you have some large-scale McQueens. These are all kind of like remote control and I guess moving cars. It's a hard way to categorize it because, I mean, those two are popcorn buckets, but everything else here in these 2 rows are like, they walk, they talk, they move, they run around, they race. They're moving cars. There we go. They're just large-scale McQueen toys. Some of them have remotes, some of them don't. Like these two, you don't need a remote because they're on the back panels. This one has a screen as a remote. I mean, how much technology has advanced, you know? Because this is from 2017, that's from 2006. I mean, geez, this one has physical buttons, which is like a real car. And now, like a Tesla, this guy has a freaking screen for everything. That one's remote control. Those are remote control. Another popcorn bucket. This one's just a push car. That one's a remote control from Disney Store. Another push car. And these all 6 of these are like these large-scale McQueens with all the same functionality, that they have these like little buttons on the roof and they kind of all do their own little thing, like make engine sounds and little ka-chow sound effect and everything. The real difference is the design. So this one smells swell, but they're all the exact same thing. This one's Cars 1. I know a lot of people had these growing up. The one I had growing up was a Diecasts one. All these other ones I got secondhand through eBay. So they're kind of damaged, you know, they've seen better days because these belonged to some other kid before. And I would get them for dirty cheap on eBay. I think I paid $1 for this one plus shipping. Insane. It was either that one or the Smell McQueen that I paid like dirty cheap money for. This is the Diecasts one. Good old original. Yeah, this is the very first one I had of these large ones. And this is honestly my favorite of the bunch because he says different phrases compared to the other ones. And the rims actually light up. It's awesome. And I mean, the eyes move and everything on all of them. You can kind of puppeteer them however you want. Yeah, those are cool. Oh, I love that expression. That looks sick. Yeah, so that's what that little lever at the top does. It kind of just moves his eyes around. And then down here, this is another favorite of mine. This is the Radiator Springs paint job. I love this color on this guy, man. Looks so freaking good. Yeah. There he is, Lightning McQueen. There we go. Give him a more humble expression because this is after the first movie ended. And then this is from Cars 2. In similar scale to those, just that this one has a lot more functionality. You don't have the roof buttons anymore. I think I featured this one in a live stream. Well, it's not exactly Cars 2. It's the Radiator Springs paint job variation. My favorite McQueen paint job of all time. One of. You can't choose one. It's kind of hard to. Since we're down here, I might as well show you real quick my nightstand. It has that Cars lamp. There's the Wedding Day Stanley set. Some other random stuff like this watch. It's one of my favorite pieces also in the collection. So fancy. Look at that. This is also from the Artist series, from those larger cars I showed earlier. There's also a pen that's featured in that set. Got some CDs, the Cars on the Roadmap. Got some books like the Meet the Cars books, the Art of Cars 1, 2, and 3 books are all there. Very, very cool stuff. McQueen sunglasses, this giant pin, Cars 2 cologne. If I ever meet you in public and you're asking why I smell so good, this is why. I'm joking, I don't even wear it. This was gifted to me by a fan of mine, actually. I got some Lego blind bags back there from the Disney 100. This artwork of Willie's Butte. Some collectible coins from Disney. Yeah, this one's from the Disney 100. This one too, I believe. Yeah, Disney 100. These are mini racers. So I pull out a tray and they're all in there. Every single freaking mini racer release is in there. Yep, we'd be here all day if I went in detail on every single one of them. And then this one has mini adventures. So yeah, then you have some large scale Macs down there and everything. There's so many Mac variants. I mean, it's insane. And you got some large scale Maters. That's a Ride Maker's Mater. I think I took the batteries out. These are popcorn buckets. This is the real Mater from Air Hogs. Some Finn McMissile variants. The Matty Collector Doc Hudson. Popcorn bucket from Mexico from the Disney 100. You the Bomb Mater. Tokyo Mater from Disney Store. This is a remote control Air Hogs Mater with guns that pop out. Same collection as this Finn McMissile. And then here you have my Piston Cup Productions custom from when I hit 100K. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see that better. Movie customs that were used, or movie props, I guess I should be saying, from old past movies of mine. This one's from Racing Like a Drag Racer. I think this one's from Drag Racer also, right? Yeah. Then you have the Chogokin McQueens. I showed the box for the red one earlier, but there's the blue one. There's that Neon Racers Lightning McQueen from Toys R Us. That's a remote control car. I think I featured that in a live stream too at one point. There's the red one. And these are more like large scale random items like Trev the Train, Frank, the Dinosaur, the Banshee. And then here's my planes collection. This is all I have. Eventually I'll get more, but the focus right now is cars. Large scale DJ, kind of like the large scale McQueens I showed. There is a Sheriff, a brand new blue Mater, and a red also, but I have not been able to get those. They made a bunch of those large scale cars back in the day. Three-way tie set in box. That one's really nice. I just love the presentation of that box. I have every single one of them inside, but I just love the packaging. This D23 Expo metallic Danica Cruz Ramirez. And the real life Lightning McQueen in packaging. Right next door to this wall, we have this wall sign made out of metal. Ooh, fancy. That's from Disney Store, and that was a gift many years ago. Here's more lithographs like the ones I showed earlier with Finn McMissile and Holly, but this one's Lightning McQueen in Tokyo, Francesco in Porta Corsa, and then some random cars that I have in box. This one means a lot because I used it in the movie, and I kind of autographed it at the end of production for that movie in 2018, Racing Like a Fireball, the original. Make sure to watch the remastered one if you haven't already. Shameless plug. racing like a drag racer. I'll obviously use those guys. I was going to make a movie on these before it got canceled and turned into this movie. So kind of have an extra one that I had purchased for filming and I just never used. And it's been there ever since it came out. NASCAR McQueen that came out recently. I just love this paint job and the packaging for this guy. So kept one of those. This McQueen actually used to be on top right here. And I recently found a replacement. But how do I explain this without sounding like a complete fucking nerd? So this one right here, I hate how the artwork for McQueen is small. And it has that stupid Advertencia Atención logo right there. The warning logos just look hideous. And this one has a bonus card. So poor McQueen's artwork is all shrunken down. I finally got one that doesn't have all that blah, blah, blah. So when you put them side by side, yeah, which one looks better? In my opinion, the one on the right. So it took me forever to find one in box, made from China specifically, because from Thailand, it's a little bit more common to find, but I got it for 15 bucks, I believe, on eBay. And I'm just so freaking happy because this one with the collector card is a lot more common too, but I just cannot stand those warning logos. It just looks hideous. Speaking of collector cards, I have Sally there too. The reason I have Sally in packaging is because the one I have out of packaging, because it's an expression variant, is very chipped and heavily damaged because I use this Sally variant for everything, like filming, shorts, or whatever it may be. I just love using the Sally because of the expression and the color, and it's just, in my opinion, the best Sally release they've ever made. Same thing, she's kind of rare. They didn't keep up with her because when they came out with this Sally, people thought she was going to replace the original one from 2006. They never did. They kind of just use her for special variations now, like let me find the perfect example. Like this metallic one here uses that body mold. And then they kind of forgot about that body mold and they started using the one from that Thomasville 5-pack I showed earlier for the silver, Pixar Fest, Racing Red. Yeah, that's the same Sally that was in that box set. So they kind of just completely forgot about this one and it became extremely rare. So I was like, I need to find an extra in case my loose one that I use for everything eventually gets super damaged. So this is here, ready to be open whenever I need it, but it's going to stay there for now. This Mater, everyone, I'm pretty sure you know him, you love him. It is an error with the goofy ass eyes. Look at him. Look at those freaking eyes. I got this at Big Lots during the pandemic year in 2020. Look at him. Yeah, that one's never going to be open. He tends to like hit the other car, so I put that little thumbtack there to hold him in place because this was back when Mater was still being made with the front half in metal and the back half in plastic. If you didn't know that, now you know why he's front heavy and why he's tipping over trying to hit on Sally when McQueen's literally right there. So that is why little thumbtack is kind of there to hold him in place. And then you have the worst super chase in existence, Francis Beltline Cruz Ramirez. It looks so similar to the already normal release, but whatever, I guess. It's there in box, I guess. I mean, will I open it? I don't see the need to because it looks so familiar to the original. This one was featured in my latest live stream too. It is the pink tinted Error Radiator Springs McQueen. It has the eyes in pink. It looks like he's been doing drugs or something. And then Damage King was just such a good release in 2020. I thought I want to keep one in box. Got some Hot Wheels premiums here. Fast and Furious, Boulevards, Barbie, Mario, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, here's the closet door. Got a little Spider-Man poster there. I'm gonna breeze through this quickly only because in every video that I do a room tour in past years, I've already opened these boxes and people already know what's in them. So if you've seen my previous room tour videos, you'll know what's in these. This is all Toy Story, well, specifically Buzz Lightyear. This one has all my Toy Story collection. This one has Cars things, but I've shown these in many room tours, so I'm not going to open it and go through it. The Cozy Cones are up there. I think I might link my previous room tour videos in the pinned comment below so you can see what's in these boxes because it is a hassle to go through them and go down. Lego boxes. There's that figure 8 playset from when I was a kid. What else is back there? I think there's more Lego boxes. Right? I can't tell what's in there. Oh, yeah. The Duplo one that came out somewhat recent. What's behind that, though? Oh, that white box is stuff from high school. So, yeah. Yeah, there's a Toy Story collection. And then here, these are extra ride makers parts. These are Fast and Furious cars. These are mini racers, but rare ones that only came out as singles. Steve Slick LePage. Road Trip Ramon, that one was extremely random. This one right here is the Golden Cruising McQueen. Again, don't understand why they never came out with this one in single form. Everyone knows what it is. Oh yeah, look at that one. New in box from Toys R Us. Might as well show my shoe collection. I went viral on TikTok and Instagram for those. And those. And those. Lightning McQueen Crocs, Mater Crocs, and the Spencer slippers at the back of the store. I've shown this large scale McQueen before already. This is a Power Wheels Lightning McQueen. Where's the button? It should be down here. There we go. He still works a year later. He's still charged. Do I fit in this? No. Is it cool? Yes. Well, maybe when I have my own kit, he'll use it. Who knows? Okay, so all of my Cars 2 Lego sets, you're probably wondering, where are they? Since you're seeing the boxes for them and everything. Unfortunately, since I don't really have a lot of space in this room anymore, they're just in these boxes. Kind of built. Some of them have broken because they're all clamped on top of each other, but they're all there. I don't even want to lift this box because I know everything's just going to fall on me. In these bins, I have like Spider-Man costumes, bags, extra cars like for filming. Some of them are broken because they're used for parts. Yeah, just random stuff really. Oh, a Lightning McQueen backpack, plushies. Like this is the Cars on the Road McQueen plush that came out not too long ago. This is the skull from Cars Land in plush form. What's down here? McQueen and Cruisin' plush form from Disney Store. A McQueen Squishmallow. I think that's what they're called. More plushies. This is the Cars 3 version of McQueen from Disney Store also. And this is the Cars 2 version. There's a Finn McMissile and Holly Sheffield too. But you think I have the space for those? No. Will I get them? Probably. I think the Mater plush is in there. And I can't even access it because all of this is there. These are the custom Precision Series sets I reviewed by Maddie Cars 95 on Instagram. Doc's Clinic. The abandoned buildings from Cars 1. And then there is the courthouse. I sold the other ones because I don't really use them, so I just kept the ones I like. I'm not a big fan of this one, to be honest. I really just like these two. Those boxes are all receipts. I know they're shoe boxes, but I keep my receipts in there, and they're kind of just labeled. So if the IRS ever comes after me, I have proof of every single purchase, every single business expense, because everything in this room is a business expense. And for my friends and people watching and family, I can hear you all laughing through the screen talking about business expenses because they're always saying, oh, you and your damn business expenses. Oh, yeah, because everything here is a business expense. I buy a car, business expense. It's for the company. I go to Disney World or Disneyland, business expense, business travel. Ooh, I buy clothing. Well, I show up in the videos looking good, don't I? Business expense, because how much Cars clothing do I have? Quite a bit. Business expense. Business expense. 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 You get the idea? I love this job, you know? And it's been so much fun recording videos and content for y'all. What's in here again? I completely forgot. I might have to watch my own room tours from past years to find out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. What's back here? Barbie. Yeah, from the Barbie movie, some Toy Story TVs, a little bit of everything. Oh, this is a NASCAR display from Walmart from when they first came out. And I keep my extra cars in there. When I would record the PCP shorts back when they were called The Adventures of Lightning and Cruz, my biggest fear was damaging Cruz Ramirez's that would be used for filming. So I have a whole bunch of extra Cruz Ramirez's and a few Lightning McQueens too. There's a loose one. Disney 100s, a whole set in box, some more extras, international packaging variants, Barbie monster trucks, Fast and Furious, blah, blah, blah. That essentially wraps it off, ladies and gentlemen. This is a video a lot of people have been requesting, and I hope that I delivered because, yeah, this was a video that was just in much anticipation. I think I pretty much showed everything as best as I could. Piston Cup Productions signing out, and I will see you guys next time, and thank you all so much for your support this year.